Yo, what's up, world? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in, and today is a Bears preview and prediction video. Now, this is a little bit early, seeming as the Bears play on Thursday, and I usually drop these on Thursday, so making it a little bit of an adjustment to my upload schedule. Just gonna upload this on Tuesday before Thursday night's contest against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But before I get into this video, I just want to make sure that you guys staying absolutely safe. I know there's still a lot going on out there, and I just want to make sure that you guys are staying absolutely safe. And also, about 60 to 70% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed to the channel. So if you fit in that category, go ahead right now and click that subscribe button, and also click the notification bell so you will not miss a single video. But y'all know what time it is. Without further ado, let's dive into it. First things first, we're going to talk about our opponents, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who come into Soldier Field to take on the Bears. The one thing that stands out for me with this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team is that this offense is gaining rhythm game by game. You have Mike Evans, who's playing a very good level of football. You have Chris Godwin, who did not play last week, but when he's been in the lineup, he's been playing good football. Gronkowski's finally being involved with the passing offense. O.J. Howard has been a good weapon for Tom Brady, and Ronald Jones and also Leonard Fournette have been key in the running game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So this offense is really starting to gain some rhythm coming into this game. But one question I've always had about this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team has been defensively, especially seeing how they looked last week against rookie quarterback Justin Herbert in the Chargers. One question I've always had is, was the secondary going to hold up? They've held up enough for this Tampa Bay offense to score points and put points on the board and outscore teams is how they've been winning football games. Now, if they've been in lead by any sense, not at all. The defense, I still think, can be had for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Despite Devontae David and Devin White in the middle of their defense playing really good football, the secondary of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is still suspect to me. The front seven has not really been getting to the passer as much as they usually do. So that's still a little bit suspect to me. But Devontae David, I have to say, is one of the more underrated linebackers in the game of football. He's been steady and consistent throughout the course of his career. And then you pair him with a young Devin White, who's been elevating his play and playing really good football. So the middle of their defense, the linebacking core is very, very solid. It's just outside things that I really question about this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team coming into this game on a short week against the Chicago Bears. And speaking of the Chicago Bears, let's talk about the Bears. The first thing about the Bears is that this offense has to do something this week. Because last week against the number one ranked pass defense in the Indianapolis Colts, it looked god awful. We only scored 3 points. I know the score said 11, but I'm not really counting that because those came in the last few moments of the game when the Colts are really playing a different type of defense. So throughout the course of the physical in the early stages and before crunch time stages of this game against the Colts last week, the Bears only mustered 3 points and absolutely struggled on third down. Now, this Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is a defense, like I said, can be had. And all that the Bears offense has to do is, number one, you have to commit to some sort of running game. For David Montgomery to only have 10 carries last week against the Indianapolis Colts is absolutely unacceptable. It is unacceptable for the pass run ratio of this Bears to be so drastically different When you're throwing the ball 41 times a game and only running at 16, that does not have a recipe for success. If Matt Nagy does not change the play calling for the Chicago Bears, this could be a different game, as we are going up against Tom Brady and that potent offense, and this offense is going to have to score points in order to keep up with a type of offense like that. Speaking of that offense is going against the Bears defense, which played, I think, solidly last week against the Colts. Now, they only let up one touchdown, and that was on the opening drive, and they've held the Indianapolis Colts to nothing but field goals the rest of the way through. They did what they could do with the offense putting them in bad spots. The main thing I've always said about the Bears is that complementary football has to be played. And that was not played last week, which forced the defense into tough spots. The defense is on the field so much because the offense is not really moving the football and converting on third down. So it takes a lot of pressure on your defense to keep stopping the Indianapolis Colts. So for the most part, the defense did what it had to do and it did their job. It's just the fact that the absolute by the offense had them in very bad spots throughout the course of their game against the Indianapolis Colts. One thing that can improve on this Bears defense is the secondary that did not play absolutely great against the Colts. They made some plays here and there, but I think the real key for this Bears defense is being able to stop Tampa on third down. That is the real key to this defense, because the Colts had some very good success on third downs against the Bears defense. So the one thing I would do is shore up the secondary. The secondary has to play better. The middle of this defense is still not playing well, with the Colts running the ball for 123 yards last week. The run defense has to be better, and the pass rush has to get home or affect Tom Brady, which is quick release. It has to have some type of effect on the Tampa Bay passing game, because that is the real strength of the Tampa Bay offense. So my key matchups that I'm looking forward to in this Thursday night contest is, number one, the Tampa Bay offense going up against the pass rush of the Bears defense, and the Tampa Bay receivers going up against our corners. That is going to be the key matchup, and whoever wins that matchup, I feel, will win the football game, because our offense has been, let's just face it, it's been ineffective for most parts of the season, and it's putting too much pressure on our defense. So I think our secondary's play is going to be absolutely key this week against Tampa Bay in their receiving core, and also the tight end core as well. You have Cameron Brate, who's been a success in his career. You have O.J. Howard and Gronk to deal with. So our linebackers are going to have to step up and play well in pass coverage in order for us to win the game. And I think the Bears defense maybe needs to blitz just a little bit more to throw offensive lines off guard. And then another matchup that I'm looking for is the Bears offensive line against this Tampa Bay defense. The Bears offensive line really did not play very well last week. So I'm interested to see if this offensive line can hold up. Can Matt Nagy run the football more than what he did last week, which are going to have to control clock in order to keep that potent Tampa Bay offense off of the field. This Bears offense is going to have long-lasting drives. You're going to have to run the football, and you're going to have to play ball control and field position throughout the course of this game, because you don't want Tampa Bay's offense to keep coming on the field and tiring out your defense. So you're going to have to run the football, and you're going to have to control the clock and keep the ball away from Tom Brady and Bruce Arians' play calling and that offense. So those are just the key matchups that I'm going to be looking forward towards and keeping my eye on throughout Thursday night's contest. But my pick for this game will be the Chicago Bears. I have to pick my team. But this game, I'm going to be honest with you guys, it worries me a bit, especially seeing how this offense looked last week against Tampa Bay. So I do pick the Bears to win this game around the realms of 17-14, but I am a little bit concerned, especially seeing how poor that offense looked last week against the Indianapolis Colts. But I have to ride or die for my team, blue and orange all day. So I'm going to pick the Bears to win this game. I'm praying for a miracle on offense, but I still ride with this Bears team, and I picked them to win this game 17-14. That is all I have for you guys. Be sure to like the video, comment your thoughts down below of what you think the outcome will be and things that you are looking forward to going into Thursday night's contest, because I absolutely read my comment section, and I would absolutely love to hear what you guys have to say about this Bears upcoming contest. But that's all I have. APW Sports signing out. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Stay absolutely safe. Have a great and excellent day, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace out.
I wanna say thank you to my mom and my daddy for making love the night that you had me. Wanna thank my friends, my sister and my brother.